A lot of you are watching this video because you know that I am kind of a strength guy. And if you've been in the gym for a long time training your strength, clearly you've gone weeks, months, maybe even years trying to gain that strength over and over and over again. But a time might come when you now want to burn some fat. The problem is a lot of times when people go on fat burning diets and their main goal previously was always just to gain strength, they start losing strength, and that's just not acceptable to someone who really puts a lot of importance on that area. In this video, I want to go over programming strategies and nutrition strategies to help make sure that at least while you're trying to lose fat, you're not going to be destroying all those strength gains that you've made over a long period of time. When we're looking at program considerations while running some form of calorie deficit, I often use basically the exact same programming whether you're trying to lose, gain, or maintain. So why do I do that? Mainly because if your goal is to lose fat, as I previously stated in a video I did a couple days ago, you should be using strength training. You should be making goals with your strength training on top of your fat loss goals. So when you are having some sort of different program in relation to your fat loss, you can essentially try to aim for the same type of goals. Try to increase your 1 rep maxes, try to increase your 3 rep maxes, 5 rep maxes, whatever program it is you're doing, just keep trying to get stronger. You will obviously notice, unfortunately, if you're running a calorie deficit, your progress is not going to be the same as if you are either running a positive energy balance. So obviously, if you're gaining weight and you're supplying your body with the necessary nutrition it needs to grow, then that's going to be the optimal environment it needs in order to also gain strength. Now for maintenance, obviously it's not going to be as good as when you're in a positive energy intake, but maintenance is again going to be better than being in a calorie deficit. So when you're doing your programming, don't change anything. Keep on trying to push yourself. The next thing I want to cover is your calorie deficit. This is what probably makes the biggest impact on your strength gains and is what sabotages most people. So when we're looking at running a calorie deficit, we want to run a deficit that's going to allow us clearly to move towards our goal of losing fat, but at the same time, we want to maintain our strength as much as we can. So the way to do this is run very small calorie deficits. This means, unfortunately, that you're not going to be losing as much fat probably as fast as humanly possible, but in my opinion and in the opinion of, or not necessarily opinions, but the facts shown by research, slow fat loss is a lot better at allowing you to maintain those losses in fat over a longer period of time and avoid that rebound effect. So how small of a deficit do I suggest? I like starting off with only 250 calories. Obviously, things change based on body size and how much fat you have to lose, but I'm not going to get into the details of all that. So let's just say aim for approximately 250 calorie deficit per day. So this is going to allow you to burn fat if you are underneath your maintenance. And again, you will have to find your maintenance if you haven't done that already. This will allow you to burn some fat and will also allow you to eat reasonably the same foods. Clearly, you're going to have to reduce your intake of whatever foods that you usually eat by 250 calories, but it's not that hard to do. So that is what I want your calorie decrease to be, 250 calories. And obviously that can go up and down depending on the results. If you need faster fat loss, or if you go for 2 weeks and find that you're not getting any fat loss, then that number obviously has to increase from 250 to maybe 350. Next, I want to go over what lifts you can expect will decrease the most over other lifts. So unfortunately, it's going to be your pressing movements. So bench pressing and overhead pressing. Overhead pressing usually goes first, followed by bench press. And you'll notice a little theme here. Well, overhead press is usually the weakest lift. Bench press is usually your next weakest lift, and then squats and deadlifts are obviously your stronger lifts. So the reason for this is that you're going to be able to lift more weight for squats and deadlifts. You have more muscle involved in that, so it's not going to be affected quite as much by your weight loss. It will be affected at some point, but just keep that in mind. So the overhead press and the bench press are going to be the first that you can expect will decrease. Again, keep trying to push the weight on those exact exercises. Keep trying to get strong, keep trying to build muscle, this is going to be key to having a productive fat loss. So in conclusion, when we're trying to lose fat, number one, keep your program the same, run it as you normally would. Don't slack off and think that, oh, now that I'm in a calorie deficit, I can maybe not go as hard because I'm going to lose strength. No, try to make sure that your strength is at maintenance, and even try to make sure that you are trying to gain strength. Okay, I can't hammer that point enough. Try to gain strength, it's really key. Even if you're not actually gaining strength, just try to do it. The mindset that you have going into the gym should be that you are always trying to progress upwards, not sideways and not downwards. Number two, your calorie deficit needs to be small. My kind of blanket suggestion to start off with is just 250 calorie deficit, and then make adjustments from there as needed. And lastly, your overhead press and your bench press are going to be the first to go down. That's just an unfortunate reality. Just be prepared mentally. If you know anyone who strength trains but now is ready for maybe a little bit of a fat loss, but maybe they're reluctant because they don't want to lose all the strength that they've built over the past years, show them this video. Hopefully this will put their mind at ease and allow them to have a fat loss that's productive and allows them to maintain their strength to the best of their ability. If you like this video and found it helpful, please hit that like button. I really appreciate that. If you like these types of videos, please hit the subscribe button. I got a lot more coming to you, and I look forward to talking to you again very soon. Peace.